Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios, the future.
High Impact Radio 10.
Good morning and welcome to the show. It's on record where every word matters, right here on High Impact 102.1 FM. My name is Vivian Oguche and it's such a pleasure to be here with you today. Apologies for starting a little bit behind schedule. Well, today we are going to be taking a look at the impact and challenges of transition committees in local government administration. Now, our guest analyst who will be joining me in a short while is Adelosoye Maxwell Ademola. He is the Vice Chairman, Transition Committee, Ondo Southwest LCDA. Now, on record is where every word matters. So, this is a little background to what we are talking about. Following the postponement of the local government election by the Ondo State Independent Electoral Commission, ODIEC, ODIEC for short, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa had established a transition committee for the 18 local government areas and 33 local council development areas, LCDAs, in the state. These committees were tasked with managing the affairs of the local government and LCDAs until the local government elections can be conducted by the electoral body. Now, this move aims to ensure the continuous functioning of local administrations and maintain governance at the grassroots level during the interim period. Now, the governor's decision to appoint this committee was driven by the need to avoid a vacuum in leadership and administration at the local government. You know what I say, the local government area, local government council is the closest to the people at the grassroots. Now the committees are expected to oversee routine operations, implement policies, and address the immediate needs of the communities they serve. Now, by ensuring that local government functions are carried out smoothly, the governor hoped to sustain ongoing development projects and ensure that essential public services remain uninterrupted. The transition committees were also tasked with managing local resources, addressing community concerns, and maintaining order until the elections can be rescheduled and conducted. However, opposition parties have criticized the establishment of the transition committees, labeling the move as illegal and an overreach of executive power. They argue that the postponement of elections does not justify bypassing the democratic process and appointing committees without a mandate from the electorate, which brings us to the question of giving INEC the powers to conduct elections at the local government level. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we will delve in deeper. Stay with us.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be yeah.
Do you know?
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back. The show is on record where every word matters. Now, have you got questions for my guest? The phone line is 0700-1021-1021. You can call and be part of the discussion. In the meantime, you can also send your WhatsApp message also to 0907-224-5018. Now, for your calls, just dial the number 0700-1021. For your messages, 0907-224-5018. Today, like I said earlier on, we shall be taking a look at the impact and challenges of transition committees in local government administration. And my guest today is Adelosoye Maxwell Ademola. He is the Vice Chairman, Transition Committee, Ondo Southwest LCDE. Thank you, Honorable, for being a part of the show this morning, and welcome aboard.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So let's begin from the beginning. What are the immediate priorities for the transition committees in the local government areas and LCDAs?
Yeah, as the name implies, it's a transition committee, and we have to hold this till the proper election is conducted.
Fantastic. How do you plan to address the concerns raised by communities regarding delineations of the LCDAs?
So the idea behind the LCDAs is simple and proper. Thankfully, it was vetted by the president in Lagos. You know, I think in 2003 or thereabout. I'm not very certain.
When he was the governor of when he was the governor of Lagos, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when he was governor of Lagos. So the idea behind the LCDAs is also the idea behind creation of the new government.
Okay.
It is to take the governance closer to the people. So that is what bettered the LCD is. At least you are in Lagos. Let's put it into perspective. Looking at Alimosho, for instance, we know how big Alimosho is. And you can imagine if it was just a single local government, how impact would be made. And same thing, if you go back to my own state, for instance, you know, where I'm from is a bit, it's rural. You know, so with the LCD, now governance is now closer directly to the people. So the idea for LCD creation is to take the governance closer to the people. So since we can't just pay the whole government, the governors opted to look, let's create LCD so that whatever is coming from the government can get closer to the people faster. So that is it. So the communities can only ask for more. I don't think that's what they're asking. They say, okay, we need more LCDs. They can't tell you they don't want LCDs.
Okay. Now, for the purpose of clarity, can you elaborate on the specific roles and responsibilities assigned to this transition committee?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, the roles of the transition committee members is to, like I said, is to run the administration with the local government career officers. Spending the time, the actual people will be there. So we have to pilot the affairs of the local government and ensure that, make sure our boss backing. Exactly. So that's the whole idea. We'll interface with the community. We'll do what we can do. So there are limitations to what we can do, but at least we hold this. So that's basically our mandate, to ensure peace and tranquility, to make sure that the projects are going on, to make sure that whatever the government wants to do, the business of government continues at the local level. So that's our mandate.
All right.
So like I said, it's for a very short period of time, a fixed period, I guess, a fixed period of time, very short period for the election to take place.
Now, I want you to address the concerns of the opposition parties, which have criticized the establishment of this transition committee, labeling the move as illegal and an overreach of executive power. What's your take?
No, I don't. I would definitely not agree that it's not illegal. According to provisions of the law, elections, you don't just wake up in the morning and say, I want to call an election tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. You have to advertise. People have to do primary elections. They have to campaign. They have to give type of substitution. So those things take time. Minimum, election will take 6 months or 90, at least minimum 90 to 120 days, because of all the processes involved. So the opposition are just trying to, it's just a media wash by the opposition to try to score 3 points by calling this illegal. But that's why they are opposition, that's why they are not in government. Because it's the responsibility of the man in government to pilot the affairs of the state. So, but it's the responsibility of the opposition to criticize and claw at everything. So I don't agree.
You say you don't just wake up to conduct elections. There is an electoral calendar, right? So this is what the opposition is saying. I want you to take a closer look at it. They argue that the postponement of elections does not justify bypassing the democratic process and appointing committees without a mandate from the electorate. Their concern now is the electorate. Did you communicate with the electorate before you made the decision? That's what they're saying.
Of course not. The governor did not take the decision. Whatever the governor is doing has the backing of the first class kings, about 18 of them in those states, and about 100 I think about 130 something second class and third class things. So it's whatever the governor is doing is with the blessing of the community leaders, the blessing of the people. The people wanted this LCDA, like they wanted it. So and since ODEC is not ready to conduct the election now, ODEC is not prepared for the election. So by the time ODEC, Ondo State Independent Electoral Committee, will conduct elections, the electoral committee members will be there to make sure that the business of governors continues. That's it.
Fantastic. So now this question I would like to put to you is this one. Now that local government has been granted autonomy, would you get to see more of decisions like this, taking place at the grassroots?
Okay, you mean, I'm not sure I got that question correctly.
Yes.
Okay, you mean more decision making to local leaders?
Yes, and now that local government has been granted autonomy, would you get to see more decisions like this, like creation of transition committees? Would you see it, would it be more rampant than it is at the moment?
No, once there is autonomy, I don't think the idea of transition, once there's an established system, the problem is, I don't think there will be more of transition. And especially now that we are, if there's one now, I mean, hopefully with the autonomy, the local government will run better, we run easier. So that way, just the way we run the entire country and the state, there are no transitions at the state level and the presidential level now. So there will be an ample time for proper planning. I think the transition thing would soon go away.
Okay, I think.
I don't think, like, to be candid, personally, I don't think the transition has ever been a problem.
Okay.
The problem has been that running local government and nation continuously with who are not elected. If the national committee comes in for a specific period of time, do their job, they are out, and the election is conducted, then there will be no cause for alarm. But the problem is, why the federal government has gone to court is that there are states, there are even opposition leaders who were governors and for 7 years they didn't conduct local government elections. Who are presently pontificating and justifying and criticizing government for what they are doing. So these are the things the federal government is under the president is trying to address.
I think the only time there was a transition at the federal level was when it was there was need for a transition government, when it was going to be transitioning from the military to democracy. Now, but this is it. Yeah. You want to react to that?
No. Yes. You are right. I think, but and I don't think we all knew how that went now. And that was the Shonekan government.
Yes. All right. Let me ask now. You talked about some governors being, at the saddle and not conducting elections for like 7 years, which necessitated the push for local government autonomy. Now, there have been calls in quarters for the National Assembly to pass a law empowering INEC to conduct elections at the local government level. This will no longer be the responsibility of state governors. What's your take to this? What's your take on this matter?
Well, it's all good by me. Local government, INEC conducting elections, state election conducting elections. So far the elections are genuine. So far the elections are free and fair. I don't have a problem with who the umpire is. That is because I'm interested in the process and ensure the right thing is done. So far we have the right thing is done. Who the umpire is does not matter. Actually, it does not.
So when we will take a short break, when we come back, I will be asking you, just for you to mull over these questions I'll be putting to you. I'll be asking you a couple of questions. First, I'll be asking how you intend to engage with the local communities to ensure their needs and opinions are addressed. I'll also be asking what strategies are in place to ensure continuity of essential services during this transition period. But that will be after this short break. Stay with us.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
Mommy, I just want to be yeah.
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high
and out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios, the future.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back. The show is on record where every word matters. My name is Vivian Oguche. This is to remind you, the listener and the viewer, that we are taking a look at transition committees and their responsibilities at the local government area. In fact, verbatim, impact and challenges of transition committees in local administration is what we are taking a look at. And my guest today is Adelosoye Maxwell Ademola. He is the Vice Chairman, Transition Committee, Ondo Southwest, LCDA. Thank you so much, Honorable, for staying with us on the show today.
Welcome.
All right, so I asked you, I told you to get ready for these couple of questions I'm going to be putting to you. First one, how do you intend to engage with the local communities to ensure that their needs and opinions are heard and addressed?
But we've already started that already. First day of work, the takeoff secretariat was oriented by the community, and we met with all the community. We have been meeting with community leaders. We know the agitation of the community leaders. First and foremost, everybody who was that committee are part of the wards that makes up the LCD or the local government as the case may be. So we are actual community leaders, and there's also another committee, the international committee that is set up by the government. You are the another committee of community leaders that will be working with to solve this, to attend to these concerns and opinions and issues. So apart that's different from the local government career worker officers who are integral part of administration and who are our. So what I'm saying is that we have apart from the transition committee, we have another committee of community leaders who are political and who helps in interfacing with the people. We also have a team. We also have another aspect of another group of the local government employees, local government staff, who also helps us interfacing with the government and running government work. So it's like easy. Let me put it that way, because the people coming to council are not unknown to them. For instance, where the council is situated, that's where I'm from. The community was funded by my great grandfather. So everybody who has been king, everybody. So it's just like an upcoming for me. So there's no challenge that people the rural community of those things that I don't know. My family members are everywhere. So we know the problems that people are facing. So it's not as if we're just trying to find out these issues. So we know the issues and we are tackling them head on.
Fantastic. When you have during transitional periods like this, there might be a budgetary challenge. But let me not put the words in your mouth. What strategies are in place to ensure continuity of essential services during this transitional period?
What's going to happen is simple now. We are going to be supported as much as possible. At least financially, we're going to be supported. And we're also putting our own individual strengths, The community, so far so good. I can tell you, a lot of work has been done, and it's purely from the community. Like, I don't want to come on there and tell you the figures, but I know the community has been dropping money. The community has been fixing a lot of things. Putting the office in place. So the community has been very supportive. So I know with the government support, the community support, and we leveraging on our individual connection and contact. We'll definitely be able to keep essential services rolling and even do more than essential services.
Oh, fantastic. What steps are we are slowly cruising to the end of the show. So ask this question. What steps are being taken to prepare for the eventual local government elections? And how is the committee involved in this process?
Yeah, we have an election coming up in November, which is the gubernatorial election, and I think every month from now, Ondo State Independent Electoral Commission will communicate further details on how the elections will hold and the time it will hold, and whatever it is, we're participating in everything. So whatever has to do with the well-being of the people, with the well-being of the good people of the local council, with our responsibility. So the elections affect them. Everything that affects them is now our responsibility. So it's our responsibility as the fortunate representative of the people. Because I said it's fortunate because a lot of us are eligible, a lot of us are qualified. So we're just chosen to because of capacity. Because the government is committed to ensuring that the right people too are at the aim of affairs. So we're part of everything. We're involved in everything.
All right, that's awesome. And then something you said that was very striking earlier on, that the community has been sponsoring most of your activities. But I'd like to ask you this question too, because you're there to serve the people. So in what ways are the transition committees working to promote economic development and job creation at the local level? Because you yourself said there is no vacuum. In fact, there must always be something happening at any moment. So what are you doing at the moment to ensure that there is economic development?
No, at the moment we are serving investors. You know, we are living on our contacts. We are bringing in indigenous and both home and abroad to invest. You know, then we are also taking care of infrastructures. You know, the roads that are bad, we are trying to repair. You know, in the rural community, we are trying to try and repair the roads, clear some of their roads, distribute farm inputs, distribute food items. So those are the things. Then empowering small and medium scale businesses. Then among other things, these are what we have been doing, and we have other plans that we'll be discussing with at least with the leaders. But what I'm going to tell you is that our approach is simple. Our approach is three-pronged. We rely on the government for support, we rely on the community, and we leverage on our individual contact and connection. That is the strategy.
Fantastic. That's very well
get
said.
The job done. So that's how we intend to get the job done, through the support of the state government, through the support of the community, so through the support of the state, federal, and community, and through leveraging our individual contact. So that way we'll get the job done, and we make impact. As a young person, we always want to say they don't give us opportunity. So for me, I see this as an opportunity. So it's about when he was vice chairman, this is what he did, what was able to achieve, was able to attract the community. And so that's the end game for me. Even if it is for one month, we must have make impact.
Yeah.
And thank God I'm on Impact Radio.
Yes, you are on High Impact 102.1 FM.
I'm on High Impact.
Yeah, not just Impact, it's High Impact.
Higher impact. You have to make an higher impact.
Yeah.
So now we start, but I think when we are winding down, you call me again, I will be able to give you our scorecard. And I promise you will not be disappointed.
Okay, fantastic. I will hold you to that promise, really, because this is the next question and the last question, actually, that I will be asking you. How will the success of the transition committee be measured, and what benchmarks are in place to evaluate your performance?
Thank you. You know, it's there is basically we have. We are markers. You know, we look at the especially for us, agriculture, health, education, and works. So basically, these are the four major areas we're supposed to specify. Then we know this is a time of SDG. So everything we do, we have to align it towards the strategic development goals. You know, the zero hunger, no poverty, clean water, potable water, healthcare for all, gender equality, and all that. So the SDG goals are our priority, apart from the four cardinal areas. So whatever we are doing in those areas must align with the SDG goals. So we will not. So after our time, we will look at it, and hopefully we are able to do well. Also, we will not be putting ourselves up for the proper election. So you know, the extra motivation is there. It's an audition to show what you can do. So you deserve to be there permanently or not. The people are watching and they will decide at the polls.
Fantastic. Before I let you go, though, you talked about what you're doing in agriculture, and there is so much ado about agricultural development in Nigeria today concerning the issue of food security as we speak now. So what exactly have you done? Have you tried to lessen the burden of the lack of fertilizer for farmers to use? Have you tried to curb the incessant farmers' herders crisis? What exactly have you tried to do in that sector?
Ours is an agrarian society. You know, I think 60-70% of my council is definitely open for agri. So for agricultural purpose. So and we don't have farmer herders clash because it has not happened before. So I don't think we don't have an issue with that area. So that does not affect us. That insecurity is not a major issue too in my area. So what we people need is farm input and fertilizers. And I think sometimes ago the federal government released those fertilizers, and we ensure that now that the SCDs are there, at least we ensure that it gets to the actual farmer. And that's one of the advantages of having the CDA. So it gets to the state sends to, instead of sending to 18 local government, it sends to everybody. So the ones meant for the people will get to the farmers directly. Unlike if you send fertilizers to, let me look at it from Lagos. Look, let's use Lagos now. You send fertilizers to Ikeja now. How many farm? Where is the farmland? So you understand that you send fertilizers. So most of the time, those things will just send it the wrong hand. But in our own situation, in an agrarian society like that, if it sends to us, definitely those of us in the rural will make sure that it gets to the farmer. So what our people need are farm implements, farm tools, fertilizers, and then pesticides and all. Then most importantly, continuous research is ongoing. So we just need more intervention and more help from the government, to give us better things so we can share, distribute, and farm implements so we can distribute. The little we can do by farm tools.
Okay.
We are giving those ones.
That's a safe place to learn, and I do hope that your sharing formula works as well. Thank you so much, Vice Chairman, Transition Committee, Ondo Southwest LCDA, Adilosoye Maxwell Ademola. Thank you for being a part of the show today.
Thank you.
All right. And this is where we wrap up the show today. We have been taking a look at the impact and challenges of transition committees in local administration. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today, and a big thanks to everyone that contributed to making it a huge success. Until I come your way again, I am Vivian Oguche. Have a great day ahead. Bye.
On record.
Every word matters.
Welcome to On Record.
Every word matters.
What I want to do is to take Nigeria from consumption to production.
My name is Mr. Innocent Chuboma. I started by trading on motorcycle scrappers.
They really ask, how much is the Nigerian life worth?
Policing is everybody's business, not the business of the men on uniform alone.
We will establish student loan 4 years course. Must be 4 years course.
When you dispense, a pharmacist dispenses a drug to a patient, the name of the drug must be written on the envelope.
On Record is a 45-minute program where we discuss the actions, inactions of government, ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as business and health affairs that shape our worldview.
Join us 9 a.m. every weekday on your urban lifestyle station, High Impact 102.1 FM. On Record.
Every word matters.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a